It's a pleasure to come back to USTM, and it's great to interact with the students. And congratulations to USTM for coming within the top 200 among universities in the country, and also getting the NAC A grade. And today it was great interacting with the students. They asked a lot of interesting questions, and that's always wonderful to see them interacting. I think the research activities in this institute has been growing over the years, which is reflected in the rankings as well as the NAC evaluations. And there's always scope for doing more. And I hope, and I'm sure, under the leadership of the university, it will keep growing. And I think it is very important to also develop a scientific temper and rational thinking, and along with very ethical values of compassion and empathy, that one has to be rigorous in science, but yet be developed as good citizens and good human beings. Whether it be research or innovation, I think they're not unrelated, they're interrelated, and one requires a committed activity, one requires also resources, and also one requires interactions and the facilities and the ability to interact with a wider community, working in similar areas, exchange ideas, and commit oneself to doing the best that one can. And I think interactions with the other community and also having the resources is important, along with one's own personal commitment to really excel and do the best that one can in any given area. I think there are a number of aspects. I think one of the important aspects is, as a student, is to develop a good understanding of the field, in whatever the field may be that one is interested in, to really commit oneself to understand it in depth, not just focus on passing an exam, and also have the opportunities to interact with mentors or seniors working in the areas in different institutions who are doing well or who are in the frontiers of research, because it establishes connections, it inspires them that they can do well, and hard work basically, and it's only when you work hard that you might land up with something which is really interesting and exciting. I mean, I often try to draw the analogy with a soccer or a player, because it's not that every time you play you score a goal, but you always work hard. And it's only when you work hard and devote yourself and develop the skills to address the problems that you're working on in research, that you may arrive at some very interesting results, not only for yourself but for your institution, for the field, and inspire others as well. See, I think there are a lot of projects, national projects which are happening. I'm much more familiar with the ones in my area, astronomy and to some extent physics, but even in biological sciences there's a lot of interesting work which is being done in the country. Pure mathematics also there. India has been one of the leaders. What is I think important is for universities like USTM, because every institution cannot have the resources at the same level. So I think it's important to also be able to collaborate with other institutions. For example, in my area, the Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, similar Inter-University centers in other areas, to be able to become associates of the university for the faculty, to be able to spend time in these institutions without actually compromising one's own leave over here. But that is what the UGC has facilitated in these Inter-University centers, and work with some of the good research workers in the country. But in India overall, although the scientific output has increased, there are a lot of issues, because I think the quality is something we need to worry about a lot. Publications in good journals and not in predatory journals is something which we need to worry about as well. So I think besides looking at numbers, I think one should also look at quality, because although India is very high in terms of scientific papers being published, but if you look at the citation per paper, we are not doing very well. And so those things need to improve as a nation as a whole. But for a university like USTM, I think it is important to develop collaborations with leading workers in research institutions as well as other universities. I think that kind of synergy, I think, will definitely help. Yeah.